Gather round, everyone, and hear again the tale of Drakfu. Welcome back and happy Monday, everybody. We are continuing on in the last bit of the Burning Crusade. We have 32 quests to go complete. And in the meantime, we actually can take care of we can take care of 3 of them because they were dungeon quests. So in the off time, I actually did go and farm the bosses that were needed to get the items that we need. So we're going to go ahead and start things off with going over to David Wayne, you know, the belated cousin of Bruce Wayne, I guess. You guys will I apologize now. I just barely ate lunch, so just keep that in mind. And here we go, David Wayne. We have your 2 things that you needed for my weapon.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Okay, so Underworld Loam. Have you secured the Underworld Loam? Yes, we have. This should do the trick. I'd hoped for a bit more, but to be honest, we were lucky to get our hands on any at all out there.
See you around.
Okay, and then Tear of the Earth Mother. Were you able to wrest the gem from the grip of Umrog? Yes. David Wayne holds the gem up to the light, admiring it. It's absolutely flawless, and that's exactly what we'll need. A flawed gem would endanger the weapon's wielder, twisting the magic against them. Alright, the next one is Bane of the Illidari. David gathers his smithing supplies. You've done well in getting everything we'll need to reforge the anti-demon blade. Your hard work and dedication is about to be repaid. The time has come to forge the sword. Alright, so wait for David Wayne to forge the sword. We're just going to watch him do it. David Wayne reads several pages of the Lexicon Demonica before beginning his work. Which seems really, really weird considering he looks like a paladin. Now, I know the Sons of Lothar weren't all paladins, but I'm certain a good amount of them were. And he's speaking in demonic, so anti-demon magics flare to life and imbue the weapon. Maybe he's just like a regular warrior, I don't know. Okay, David.
Greetings.
David mops sweat from his brow. The bulk of the work is done, but to set the magics, the blade must now be quenched. The blade is nearly quenching the blade. The blade is nearly finished. You can almost feel the magic beginning to coalesce inside the steel, but one thing remains to be done. You must take the forged blade to the scalding pools near the top of the Hand of Gul'dan in Shadowmoon Valley, and plunge it into the lava pools to quench the sword. When you have quenched the sword, return. Okay? Now, unfortunately, the next quest that we need to turn in is actually back over at Ultras. So I'm going to go ahead and magic cut while we make our way back to him. And there should be Ultras, but he hasn't loaded up yet. There we go. Ultras! Ultras, we got it done! Have you obtained the book, Drakfu? I was able to sense the book's power from yards away. The temptation to keep it is very strong. Return to the Stryers. This book, I could use it to increase my power tenfold. No, it would end up corrupting my very soul. This I am sure of. Return to those who sent you here, Drakfu. You now have the means to stop Varidus. Wait until he manifests his demonic form through metamorphosis. At that point, you will need to burn the book in his presence. That will be the only way you can deprive him of his power. Okay, so we need to do that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and magic cut back in until we're back in Shadowmoon Valley. Alright, we are back at the Sanctum of the Stars. Let's go ahead and talk to Larissa Sunstrike, because she was the one we needed to give the book to.
Malanore.
Many would pay a great price for the book you carry with you. It is a shame we'll have to destroy it. Okay, Varidus must be stopped. Of course, we must destroy this book, but not before we can use it to destroy Varidus. If we're to shut down this academy of Illidan imitators, we'll have to deal not just with Varidus, but also the 3 Night Elf masters that assist him, Alandian, Ferris, and Natharel. Gather a suitable force and return to the ruins of Karabor. Follow Arturus' instructions for defeating Varidus. Hopefully his plan will work. Otherwise, it'll have been a pleasure working with you.
Stay the course.
So now we have this quest taken care of as well. Or now we have this quest to also take care of. But in the meantime, we have a couple of quests to take care of. Thankfully, like I said, we're going to try and bust through Shadowmoon Valley as quick as we can in this part. So, questing break round 1, go! Okay, we're back at the Sanctum of the Stars. The questing break is done. Let's go ahead and turn in all the quests we've done. Have you obtained the 4 medallion fragments, Drakfu? Yes, the 4 fragments of the medallion. Now to put them together. And whoa, we just hit level 76 because we're still questing. So we're going to be a little overpowered when we hit Northrend. The Warden's Cage. The fragments you obtained are only half of the medallion. The Ash-Tongue leader, Akama, must have kept the other half. I dread to ask this of you, as Akama is both evil and cunning. He and the Ash-Tongue Deathsworn, the vilest and most brutal of the tribe, are rumored to run a torture chamber inside the Warden's Cage. I want you to find that dreaded prison and find the whereabouts of Akama. His second-in-command at the location is a Broken, known as Sonoru. Interrogate him if you have to.
Remember the sun.
Alright, so we have our next quest from him. And then we also have one for Larissa.
New Belore Delanar.
You've done well, Drakfu. By slaying Varidus, you put an end to one of Illidan's most dangerous projects. Your name will definitely get around after this. Allow me to take what remains of the Book of Fell Names. I will make sure it's properly disposed of. Oh, and we can actually pick, so we'll probably pick the Hauberk of Karabor.
Remember the sun well.
Because yay, why not? Where is it? Yeah, it is an upgrade, so we'll go with it. And then, let's see. We're going to need to do a... Actually, can we do this here? This is pretty close. Oh, that's the Warden's Cage. Let's actually go ahead and do a quick magic cut while I turn in the remaining quests.
Hey, Oranak, we're back. We took care of your Ravager eggs.
Greetings, traveler. Yeah, we are already in this. A lesson learned. That'll teach those... Ah, dang it. Stupid freaking players. There we go. So let's talk to Oranak again, because they interrupted me. Okay, lesson learned. That'll teach those damn filthy animals not to kill my boars. Well done, Drakfu. Alright, the Cipher of Damnation, Truth and History. Oranak adjusts his posture and stands to his full height. I had to be sure, Drakfu, and to be sure, I had to test you. Please excuse the little masquerade. I am as much a farmer as you are a female, which is to say, not at all. If you are to recover the Cipher of Damnation, you will need to listen to what I have to tell you. When you're ready, let me know, and I will tell you the story. Okay, so let's go ahead and hear the story from him. Are you ready to hear the story of the Cipher of Damnation, Drakfu?
I'm ready to hear your story, Oranak.
Very well. The words you seek have a name, Drakfu. They are known as the Cipher of Damnation, the words uttered by Gul'dan himself to shatter this land. The very spell that severed the last remaining of the orcs had with the elements of Draenor. The tide, I mean. So Oranak nods. Aye, it is the cipher that you must reconstruct, and ultimately the words of the cipher that you must call.
How do I find the cipher?
The Cipher of Damnation was kept in Gul'dan's private quarters inside Karabor for 20 years. Ah, that's right, you have no idea what Karabor is, do you? The Black Temple. Aye, now home to Illidan's Stormrage. When Illidan took control of the Black Temple, he discovered the cipher. He recognized that the damage to this world had already been done, but thought it wise to keep the cipher secure for later use.
How do you know all of this?
When you stand at the altar of damnation, and they see the spirits of the damned kneeling in prayer, what you do not see is me, standing next to Gul'dan. Oranak nods. I told you that I was a lot of things, did I not? One of those things was a lieutenant of Gul'dan. I have done many terrible things in life. I have slaughtered man, woman, and child alike, danced in the blood of innocent Draenei. Yet, Oranak chokes on his words.
Yet what? What is it, Oranak?
I will never forget that day, Blood Elf. Never. Even though I had long since abandoned shamanism in favor of shadow magic, I felt the cut, a sense of loss so profound, I could not explain it to you with mere words. When the tie to the elements was severed, all the orcs on Draenor changed. If there was ever any doubt in the power of the shadows, it was washed away with the cresting of the molten lava over the shattered earth.
Continue, please.
A wave of sickness rushed through me. After the ritual was over, I ran home to my children. I gathered what belongings I could carry in my arms and left with my boys. We ran to the hills and hid. There really was no other option. Not a day goes by that I do not think of the cut. It has taken 20 years to reconnect with the elements. It has taken 20 years for the elements to even begin to heal.
So what of the cipher now? And your boys?
As I said, the cipher was found by Illidan when he took over the Black Temple. He divided the tome into 3 parts and charged their care to his minions. My boys. My boys are grown now. When I got word of what Illidan had done with the cipher, I sent my boys to recover the pieces. You must find my boys, Drakfu. You must find them and recover the cipher of damnation.
I will find your boys and the cipher, Oranak, I promise.
Are you, yeah, so we've already heard it. Let's go ahead and turn it in. Do you understand what must be done? Find the sons of Oranok. Find my boys. Alright, so now that we have that, we are gonna get, I think, 3 quests. So, Grumtor, son of Oranok. My firstborn, Grumtor, left to search Coilscar Point, directly southwest of here. He's the warrior in the family, ill-tempered and bloodthirsty. Tracy inherited from his mother. Search along the outskirts of Coilscar Point. If you see Naga corpses, Grumtor is sure to be close. When you find him, tell him this. We spilled blood for just cause. It will let him know that you are a friend of Tornheart and prevent your premature death. Alright, so the second son is Artor, son of Oranok. My youngest son Artor left to search Illidari Point, far to the southwest, nestled between Legion Hold and Wildhammer Stronghold. While Artor is a hunter of remarkable skill and an expert tracker, I fear that he may be in over his head this time. Illidari Point is the proving grounds for Illidan's demons. There are demons that left the Burning Legion. No, these are demons that left the Burning Legion to join the Betrayer. Travel to Illidari Point and find Artor, Drakfu. Okay, so we do this, and then finally, Borak, the son of Oranok. While Artor was off hunting and Grumtor was off fighting, Borak studied. Eventually he took up a vocation as a scholar and left for the wilds of Draenor. He returned home a few years ago, a changed orc. His heightened sense of awareness and mental acuity had forged a silent assassin. Now a confident and powerful orc, he is taken to recovering the most guarded piece of the cipher. Find Borak hidden near Eclipse Point, far to the south. He watches from the shadows of the bridge. Okay, so we have all of his quests, and now we're going to go ahead and do a quick magic cut while we fly over to David Wayne to finish up that quest. Alright, we are here at Wayne's Refuge to finally get this weapon created.
David, we did what you asked.
Have you quenched the sword in the lava of the Hand of Gul'dan? Well done. The smith examines the blade closely. I'd say it's a fair improvement over the crude Legion weapons you started with. Not only will this blade cut down Illidari demons, but it will work against the Legion's minions as well. Alright, so we get this. Not really the greatest of swords, but I believe it does have a good appearance. Yes, it does. So, yay! Let's go ahead and finish up the quest. And that's the last bit of getting the Illidari Bane broadsword. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the second round of questing breaks so that we can get all these quests done. So here we go! Okay, here we are at Grumtor. And it looks like he's fairly busy. Can we talk to you, buddy? There we go. Grumtor grunts. It's good you came. This maggot just spilled its guts. We got them now. Cipher of Damnation, Grumtor's charge. This Naga filth is the 6th one I've interrogated today. He's got the fancy armor, so I figured he knew something. Those other ones were useless. Grumtor points to the corpses of the Naga around him. I only had to beat him once. Oh, crimin' Nelly. Okay, stop walking away. Okay. I only had to beat him once, and he told me everything. The first part of the cipher is hidden in a Naga chest at Coilscar Point, or Coilscar Cistern, east of here. He says Naga carry the keys. Kill them, take the keys, and use them to open the Coilscar chests. Return to me when you find the cipher. Alright, so we have his quest, and that's going to be a thing, is like all 3 of the sons are going to have little side quests that we need to take care of for them. So we're going to go ahead and go into round 3 of the questing break to get the piece of the cipher here. So, go! Okay, we just barely found the first fragment of the Cipher of Damnation. So let's go ahead and turn this in with Gromtor, who's just over here. Yeah, it takes a while, and it's kind of random number generator BS, so there we go. Any luck?
Well, yes. This must be taken back to Father at once.
Alright, the Cipher of Damnation, the first fragment recovered. Gromtor wraps the document up and places them in a lockbox.
Take this box to my father. He awaits your return at the farm northeast of here. Tell him that I will be home soon as I'm done having my fun.
Alright, so we've got that taken care of with Gromtor. Up next is Artor, so we'll probably take care of him next. And let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and magic cut while we make our way to Artor. So here we go. Okay, so this is Illidari Point, right in between the Legion Hold as well as Wildhammer Stronghold, the Alliance outpost. So let's go ahead and free up Artor, because it looks like he has been captured.
Oh, noes!
I can't remember if we actually talked to Artor. Artor's body's limped, suspended in midair. You have no idea how long he's been dead, but your heart aches for Oranok. Perhaps you should try and get him down and take his corpse back to his father. Demonic Crystal Prisons. From assessing the scene, you note that Artor is being held in place by energy beams emanating from the crystals. Hovering around the rune, try as you might, Artor is unmovable. You note that the crystals have an empty slot at their base, perhaps for a key. It also seems as if succubi periodically perform some sort of ritual at the site. Search Illidari Point for their leader. Perhaps she holds the key to releasing Artor. Oh, and look, it's our buddy in Illidari Deathbringer. Okay. So I believe it said that we actually need to take care of the succubi to be able to get the crystalline key we need. Unfortunately, all that's left are these satyrs, so we'll have to look around. And maybe while we'll do that, we're going to go ahead and go with the next round of questing break, so go! Okay, all we needed to do was find Pain Mistress Gabrissa. I know that was stupidly short. We're probably not even going to cut it. So let's go ahead and free up Artor, and we can take his body back to his dad. Artor hovers lifelessly before you. You slide the crystalline key into the slots at the base of each of the demonic crystals. And with that, the spirit of Artor comes to me.
I have died. I was in so much pain, engulfed in darkness. Can you see me, Blood Elf?
I can. It is, Lothgaron, Bow of the Tornheart.
It is a sign, Drakfu. Even in death, I cannot be stopped. Recovering a part of the Cipher of Damnation is my destiny. With your help, that destiny will be fulfilled. Before we embark on that journey, I must have my longbow, Longaron. It is a family heirloom that has been handed down from Tornheart to Tornheart for generations. My instinct tells me the demon stole it from my corpse. Kill the demons here until you find my bow.
Alright, and at that point, we're going to go ahead and start up the magic cut right here for a questing break, so go! Well, that was a short questing break. We didn't have to kill too many demons before we got the bow, so yay! So here we go.
Fear not, hero. When the time is right, I will assist you. It means hero's sojourn in my native tongue. It rings true even now, in this era where our heroes have all died. It seems as though one always rises.
Okay. Then Cipher of Damnation, Artor's charge.
At last we are ready. I will bestow a piece of my spirit upon you, hero. It will guard you and help you in your battle against evil. You must then travel south of here towards the back of Illidari Point. Hidden in the ether is a vile creature known as Veneratus the Many. My spirit hunter will call him out when he is near. Destroy Veneratus and take from his corpse the second part of the Cipher of Damnation.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that really quick. It's actually just over here. I can't remember if Veneratus has to actually spawn or if it's Artor that spawns him, but there we go. Let's take care of some of these Illidari shock troopers. Yes. So, how do we get him here? Let's see. We have the bow. Can the bow do anything? No, it doesn't look like it. Stealth demons, we don't care about you. Oh, it's in this immediate... There we go. So here's Veneratus.
There! Destroy him! The cipher must be recovered!
As you wish. And we got a satyr too. There we go. So now that we have that taken care of, did we turn it in here? Yeah. We're going to turn it in with the Spirit of Artor.
The cipher must be recovered!
Yes, 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 we know. Artor fades in and out of existence.
It would seem that my time is nearly at an end, hero.
Alright, the Cipher of Damnation, the second fragment recovered.
I thank you, hero, for without you, my spirit would forever remain in this cursed place.
Artor hands you a spectral lockbox.
Take it and deliver it to my father at the farm, far to the northeast above Coilscar Cistern. Inside are Logaron in the second part of the cipher. You will be sad to hear news of my death. Promise me that you will assure him that I died a free soul. Tell him that I see the hunting grounds and they are glorious. Tell him that I wait for him there.
Inventory is
Oh, crap. Okay, we need to actually do this proper. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. It's probably for the box. There we go. And now, finally, we're going to do a magic cut while we fly over to Borak, the final son of Onarok. Okay, so here is where Borak actually is. People might notice him in the various questing breaks that I've done, but let's go ahead and talk to him for the third piece. Borak is silent for a moment.
I've been watching these blood elves for weeks now, trying to get a lock on where they've hidden the third part of the Cipher of Damnation. Thus far, I've been unsuccessful in gathering any clues. The only thing I do know is that Illidan sends an envoy from the Black Temple here once a day. This envoy is untouchable. I've shadowed him for a week, trying to figure out how to separate him from his bodyguard. Unfortunately, the bodyguard, he never leaves his side.
Okay. On Thistleheads and Eggs.
I'd have given up had I not noticed. He's a thistlehead. I couldn't place it at first, but the signs are all there. Now, if we could get our hands on some blood thistle, we'd be in business. In my travels, I met a shady broken in Shatrath named Tobias. Tobias made a business of trading blood thistle to blood elves for rotten Arakoa eggs. Directly west of here are Arakoa ruins. Search for them for an egg and head to the lower city of Shatrath. That's where you'll find Tobias.
Okay, so... Yay! I actually know this quest. This is pretty gross, but let's go ahead and get the rotten Arakoa egg that we need. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. And with that, let's actually go ahead and head over to the Warden's Cage really quick before we get that next quest done. Because I'm curious to see if we get additional quests from the Warden's Cage. I have a feeling we will. I'm just worried that they're going to be in raids and whatnot. Because, again, this is part of the attunement for Black Temple. So, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But here is the Warden's Cage. And all we have to do is go down here. Whee! Hi, Sonoru!
Leave.
We've been expecting you, Drakfu. Akama said you'll arrive sooner or later. Okay, proof of allegiance. Akama has been tracking your progress quite closely, Drakfu. The Ashtung you've slain at the ruins of Bari are amongst the most evil broken known among us. Carefully handpicked by Akama himself to maintain the facade we need to present to Illidan. The Deathsworn, however, know of Akama's true intentions. First things first, we need to know that you are not with Illidan. A satyr known as Xandris watches over us from above the prison walls on his behalf. Slay him as proof of your allegiance.
See you.
Alright, so we need to take care of the Xandris guy. Thankfully, he's not too hard to find, I don't think. Yeah, he's just right here, so... Is he up on the wall? Where are you, Xandris? Xandris. Oh, Xandris. He's here somewhere. That's a Dread Warden. Oh, Xandris! Alright, I'll kill your dang jailers. There we go. That's a Dread Warden. Ooh, there's Xandris. Hi! I killed you! I need to prove my loyalty! So, back down into the Warden's Cage.
What?
Very well, Drakfu. Your allegiance is no longer in question. You may see Akama now. So, Akama, you've proven what side you're on. I will reveal to you our leader's hideout. Follow the halls beyond. There will be an underground passage hidden by stagnant water on your right. I must warn you, Drakfu. You are not to speak to anyone or of what you see there. Okay. So we go deeper in here. As you can see, this is just a little hideout of the Ash Tongue. But now we kind of go into Akama's plot, which I'm excited to get into because this questline's pretty freaking awesome. It actually does extend into the Black Temple. So that'll be cool to go through in Dungeons and Drakfus. So we go up here, and here is Akama, but next to him is a very interesting character, Warden Maiev Shadowsong. So let's go ahead and talk to Akama.
Our faith cannot be broken.
Hail, Drakfu. There is much we need to talk about.
I'm going to try and do the Akama voice, but I can't guarantee it.
I hope your mind is an open one. The decisions I make are not understood by many. Only my closest collaborators have understanding of the portents I see and the signs I await. When I joined forces with Illidan, it was based on visions foretelling that otherwise my race would have been destroyed. I've waited patiently for other signs and visions to come to pass. Veland Exodus, the opening of the Dark Portal, and now your arrival.
Okay. Seer Udalo.
Never hesitate.
Oh, and we do have a cutscene, I think that's about to happen. Oh, here we go.
Mortals, here? What is the meaning of this pathetic broken? Have no fear, Blood Elf. Just play along. A mere nuisance, I assure you. Tell the Manster his prisoner will not escape while Akama and his Deathsworn watch over her. You do well not to toy with me, Akama. Illidan has given me specific orders to keep a close watch on the Warden. If I find out you're hiding anything from me, I will crush you with my own hands.
Release me. Immediately, I'll face my wrath.
Forgive my harsh methods, but the betrayer cannot learn of the truth. My secret must be kept at all costs.
If we truly desire the same thing, Akama, then release me. If Illidan is to die, it shall be by my hand.
In due time, Maiev. I've spent years preparing to make my move. I can't afford to put my plans in peril by tipping my hand too soon.
Curse you, Akama. I am not a pawn in your game. My will is my own. When I unleash my wrath upon Illidan, it will have nothing to do with your foolish scheme. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the next quest, which is $0. So you can see there is a relationship between Akama and Maiev, but it's very, very strained. And this is another time where I recommend that if you haven't read the Illidan novel, read it, because it does actually go into this a little bit more. Let's get into the next quest.
I hope you're not shocked when I reveal to you that the pieces of the Medallion of Karabor you obtained from my minions are mere replicas.
Akama shows you an identical medallion in his open palm. Oh, crap. I actually skipped a piece. I've got a busted mouse, and it's really beginning to bug me.
My Deathsworn and I keep the secret from Illidan for as long as possible. We are, however, still missing the final piece. Udalo came to me in dreams to announce he had found it. Unfortunately, he is held by Kael'thas in the Arcatraz in Tempest Keep. Find him and see what he knows.
So I kind of had a feeling we were going to get dungeon quests for this one. Oh, man. And I believe that these quests are very pivotal towards Shadowmoon Valley, so we might actually need to do them and maybe just do some magic cuts here and there. Because, again, we're going to do these Dungeons and Drakfus. That's a given. We're going to do them. But I just want to make sure that I don't spoil the dungeon at the same time in the world, or in the tale. So let's go ahead, and now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and magic cut really quick while we make our way back to Shatrath to give our little present to the Broken there. Okay, so we're back in Shatrath to talk to, I can't remember the name of the Broken, but we're going to be taking care of him really quick. You little yeah. Oh, I remember doing this quest as a young 70. Oh, it's gross. Okay, so Tobias the Filth Gorger. Tobias raises an eyebrow. Blood Thistle. Never heard of it. Are you a peacekeeper? You know you'd have to tell me if you were. I've got rights.
Here's a rotten Arakoa egg. I was told you'd like these.
You've got rotten Arakoa egg? Well, why didn't you say so? I think we can do business. Tobias smiles, exposing a mouthful of decay and filth. Ew. Alright. The bundle of blood thistle. Oh, crap. Actually, we need to do this. Tobias the Filth Gorger cracks the rotten egg open and, to the horror and dismay of all around him, begins to drink from its putrid core. Oh. That was life-changing. Excuse me for 1 minute. Tobias the Filth Gorger lets loose on the most foul belch ever heard or smelled. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's just as gross when you know the dialogue. Okay then, now back to business. Okay. The bundle of blood thistle. I wasn't lying, that egg was incredible. Where did you get it from? Well, if you ever need more blood thistle, you know where I am and what I need. Still kind of gross. Here's a bundle of this stuff. Take it back to your benefactor. Ah, crap. Okay. We gotta get rid of some inventory here. Let's get rid of the Talbot venison.
I must remember the light.
I'm good now. Oh, that was gross to read. It was equally as gross just doing it without knowing the text, but oh, the text just adds a whole new level of disgusting to it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and magic cut while I make my way back to Borak. Okay, we're back in Shadowmoon Valley. I feel a little bit better. Oh, that was disgusting to read. I thought I picked the right bridge. No, it's over here. So we're gonna meet with Borak again with his blood thistle.
Do you have the blood thistle?
Yes, we do. And a very upset stomach.
Now to set the trap.
So to catch a thistlehead, Borak takes the bundle of blood thistle from you and places it onto his nose.
Pungent. Now take this bundle and place it at the other end of the bridge. When the envoy makes his daily rounds, you will be compelled to pick it up. Without his bodyguard, you see. Blood elves don't look down upon blood thistle addicts, if any of his compatriots ever found out. All you need do is lie in wait for him to dismiss his bodyguard. When he's alone, make your strike. Kill him and take the missive.
Okay, so we just go to the other side. Or over here, I guess. Requires you to be at the end of the bridge. Okay, that's what I thought. So, put this over here. Planting a bundle of blood thistle.
Hide! Hide before they see you! Back up!
Alright, so they shouldn't be able to see me for—
I'm hiding! I'm covering my eyes! You can't see me!
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so here is the envoy Icarius. Oh, did he stop for it? He did. Oh boy. He's saying something, I guess. Come on. Oh, cool. I can actually attack the bodyguard. So, hi there!
Storm Earth on fire!
Ah, sweet blood thistle. Probably left behind by one of those filthy addicts at Eclipse Point. Their loss is most definitely my gain.
Is it now? Thank you.
This is the Storm Rage missive, so obviously because of Illidan. Okay, so now that we've taken care of Icarius, to catch a thistlehead.
Be quick about it, boy.
Borak takes the missive from you and begins to read.
Clever elves. This is a directive from Illidan that dictates where the cipher is to be hidden next. Apparently they keep it moving. It does not tell us where it currently rests. If only we could deliver the missive now, that we know the next location. Too bad the seal on the missive is broken, rendering it unusable. Yet.
Okay, the Shadowmoon Shuffle. Drak looks you up and down.
This is going to be tricky, but I think I can make it work. I can disguise you as one of these Illidari blood elves, Drakfu. What I need first, though, are several pieces of their armor. It is imperative that the armor be clean, no blood stains. We want to avoid suspicion, after all. Bring me the gear, and I'll take care of the rest of the disguise. Once the disguise is assembled, you're going to deliver the message to the Grand Commander in person.
Okay, so we need Eclipsion armor, which I believe, yeah, we go to Eclipse Point to get, not the Path of Conquest. So with that, we're actually going to go ahead and go into another questing break while we gather the armor, so go! Okay, we have the pieces of armor that we need, so back to Drak, so he can make us a disguise. Is anybody else worried about this plan? I totally am. But I do look like a blood elf, so I don't think that's the problem.
It's far too complicated, blood elf. You wouldn't understand.
Okay, alright. It probably is too complicated for Drakfu.
Well done, Drakfu. I hope you're a good actor. The next step in my grand plan is going to require some theatrics.
So what Illidan wants, Illidan gets.
Take this disguise and enter Eclipse Point. Once inside, use the disguise to cloak yourself. The Eclipsian blood elves will be unable to see through the disguise, thereby granting you safe passage to the Grand Commander Rusk. Once you find Rusk, tell him where next to move the cipher. You're going to have to act your heart out, Drakfu. Play it off as if you're his superior. Deliver a message from his lord. That should do it. Oh, watch out for the Dragonhawks as they see through the disguise.
So, nice little last-minute thing to warn about. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about that too much. All we have to do is get to the Grand Commander and then put on the disguise. Won't have to worry too much about the Dragonhawks. So I believe... No, Rusk is actually over here. My bad. Is that Rusk? No. Well, what the heck, man? I guess this is where I have to apply it. And there is Grand Commander Rusk.
Our enemies will fall.
Who dares interrupt the Grand Commander?
I bring word from Lord Illidan.
I'm listening.
The cipher fragment is to be moved. Have it delivered to Zuluhead.
Oh, of course you have papers documenting this request.
Perhaps you did not hear me, Rusk. I am giving you an order from Lord Illidan himself.
Listen to me, peon. We have a process for the delivery and safekeeping of the cipher fragment. This envoy delivers the missive, which is sealed by Lord Illidan. No missive, no transfer.
Very well. I will return to the Black Temple and notify Lord Illidan of your unwillingness to carry out his wish. I suggest you make arrangements with your subordinates and let him know that you will be leaving this world soon.
I'm being as bad an actor as I can possibly be. Rusk swallows hard. Aye. What do you mean?
Do I need to go into all the gory details? I think we are both well aware of what Lord Illidan does with those who oppose his word. Now I must be going. Farewell, Rusk, forever.
Wait, where are you going? You needed a transfer, correct? Let's just get it done and over with, okay? Zuluhead at Dragonmaw. It will be done. Please let Lord Illidan know that his orders were carried out with the full cooperation of the Eclipsian. I will dispatch Rule the Darkener to personally deliver the fragment. You heard me right. Rule.
Ah, good of you to come around, Rusk. Thank you, and farewell.
Death to all who
The first person who puts a comment going, that was horrible acting, that's the point! I don't care. That was the freaking point. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this into Drak. And let's see here. Here he is.
I did my acting job.
Tread lightly, Blood Elf. Beyond this bridge lies hell. Now all you need to do is get the cipher. Easy, right?
Alright, the Cipher of Damnation, Drak's charge.
That cipher fragment will never reach Zuluhead. You're going to ambush Rule the Darkner and his transport before it has a chance to make the delivery. The Dragonmaw Fortress is directly east of here, across the Netherwing Fields. Somewhere between Dragonmaw Fortress and the Sanctum of the Stars is where you'll find Rule. Strike hard and strike fast, and Drakfu, from the sound of it, this Rule is going to be tough. Keep your guard up. Return the cipher to me should you succeed.
Okay, so not too hard to do. Rule the Darkner actually opens up another line of quests. I'm hoping that we don't have to go into them because it's a daily hub. But we'll go ahead and take care of it, because I have a feeling if we take care of Rule, the other quest will open up. And thankfully, we don't have to go too far off to finish up the quest. Oh my gosh, we are so close to finishing this, but unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this part. Oh, I really don't want to go super long, but we might have to, just to make sure that it gets done. Alright, all we need to do is look for Rule the Darkener, and thankfully he'll be grounded, so he'll just be on his Nether Drake. But in the meantime, though, I am going to go ahead and quick magic cut while we look for Rule. Hi, Rule the Darkener! We're here! We're here to kill you! Bye-bye! Oh no, you're Nether Drake. Oh boy. Alright, so we have the third fragment of the Cipher of Damnation. Let's go ahead and turn this back into Borak. Thankfully, he isn't too far along. Oh, part of me is like really tempted to just extend the crap out of this part so that we can get the remaining quests done. But it just depends on if I have enough. Because with Seer Udalo, I don't know if that's going to be part of it. And who knows, maybe I'll even do an extension with Seer Udalo. Alright, Borak.
You must act quickly.
Yes, we have.
Finally, the cipher fragment is ours.
Borak places the fragment into a box. The Cipher of Damnation, the third fragment recovered.
Take this box to my father. He still resides at Oronok's farm, far to the north, above Coilscar Cistern. When all three fragments are pieced together, the ancient words will be known once more. Good luck, Drakfu. Tell my father that I will be home soon.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that really quick, and I'm going to magic cut while we make our way back to Oronok's farm. Alright, we're back at Oronok's farm, so let's go ahead and turn in the cipher pieces. So, the Cipher of Damnation, the first fragment recovered.
You have succeeded?
Yes, we have.
When the Cipher of Damnation is reformed, we shall end this curse.
And we actually do get a pendant out of it. This isn't very good, but that's okay. Then, let's go ahead and turn in the second fragment. A single tear rolls down Oronok's cheek. Oronok wipes the tear away and smiles at you.
Thank you. I promise you, hero, a song of honor will be written in your name.
And we do get another belt, but it's not an upgrade, so we're not going to worry about it. And then finally, you know what? Because he's going to jump off anyway. Let's just take care of these flares. And then we'll turn in the third fragment. Okay, here we go. Cipher of Damnation.
Drakfu!
Okay. Yes, it's me!
As soon as all three of the fragments of the cipher are together, the ancient words will be known. Recovery of this fragment was no doubt challenging. You must be rewarded for such heroism.
Let's see. We can get belts or bracers, which aren't very good, and then we can also get boots, and those are actually more of an improvement. Let's actually go ahead and go with those instead. Where are they in my inventory? They're fuzzy boots. I remember that much. There they are. Let's go ahead and do that. And then the Cipher of Damnation.
How many times has this spell been used in the history of our worlds? Undoubtedly, its power for destruction is unparalleled. What you must do now is to take the cipher, now made whole, and read from it at the altar of damnation, where the memory of Gul'dan stands. Where you will see, what you will see once the words are uttered are the memories left imprinted upon the land. Stand your ground and await the coming of Siruk. You must be victorious, Drakfu. This land cannot withstand another shattering.
Inventory is
Ah,
full.
crap. Okay, well, we need to get rid of... Let's get rid of water. That's gonna be fine. Give me this quest again. Yes, I get it. So we actually have to kill Siruk the Fire Lord. Wait, is it Ragnaros the Fire Lord? Ragnaros is the Fire Lord of Azeroth. Siruk, and he actually comes into play in Warlords of Draenor as well. Siruk is the Fire Lord of Draenor, and responsible for the shattering. Aside from the portals being torn apart, it also was the wrath of the elements that also tore the land apart as well. And Sirik is part of that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the Altar of Damnation and read the Cipher of Damnation, which will in turn allow us to bring out Sirik the Fire Lord and to kill him. And if I remember correctly, we don't need to give this to the Earthmender. We just need to be at the altar. So over here and read. Oh, it requires you to be standing next to Gul'dan. So let's go ahead and stand next to him. No, I'm not even gonna. This is actually a pretty cool moment.
They have abandoned us. Do not forget.
Hi, Gul'dan. Your other model's better. I'm just gonna say. And boom! And now Gul'dan moves.
Be silent. The shattering is soon to come.
A flaming vortex takes shape.
Bear witness to the undeniable power of our Dark Master. With his gift, I shall raise this land and reform it.
And there is Sirik, the Fire Lord.
Watch! See the ground shatter before us! Watch as the energy flows! It will feed our armies! Think of our younglings, Gul'dan! You will destroy us all! You do not fight alone, Drakfu! Together we will banish the spawn of Hellfire! We will never be without power! I have secured our future! Bask in my glory! It is done!
Alright, so with that we need to confront the Fire Lord! Who looks more like a Fel
I
Golem.
can't attack that target.
Oh, we actually need to wait. The event needs to happen. Come on, Sirik. Come on, Sirik. Did I screw it up? Oh, there we go. So here's Oranok, and then Grumtor and Borak.
We will fight when you are ready.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm ready, Oranok. Let us destroy Sirik and the elements. And free the elements. There we go. Let's go.
We will set the elements free of your grasp by force. I will learn to talk eventually.
I believe I have to stand here and then he will come.
Little creature made of flesh, your wish is granted. Death comes for you.
Really? Does it now? Because I'm gonna kill you. Ha ha ha. That was easy. Ha 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 ha. And I believe there's a little bit of an event right here.
Could it be over? Is he destroyed? We must speak with the shaman of the Earthen Ring. Come.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to turn this in with the Earthbender. So let's do that. And because they're going to come talk to him, I'm going to wait for them to get here.
What say the elements, Torlok? I hear only silence.
I hear what you hear, brother. Look behind you. Redeemed spirits of air, water, fire, and earth.
They are redeemed. Then we have won?
It is now as it should. It is now as it should be, shaman. You have done well. Yes, well enough for the elements that are here, but the cipher is known to another. The spirits of fire are in turmoil. If this force is not stopped, the world where these mortals came from will cease. Farewell, mortals. The Earthmender knows what fire feels.
We leave then, Torlok. I have only one request.
The Tornheart men give their weapons to Earthmender Torlok.
Give these to the heroes that made this possible.
Okay, and then we meet with Torlok. Is it done? Yes, it is. Earthbender Torlok takes the Cipher of Damnation from you. You have done well, as the elements asked. For that we are grateful. While you will be rewarded, trouble still looms. The spirits of fire are in turmoil. A claim has been made. The Cipher of Damnation is known by another. It is cryptic, I know, but that is all that the spirits would have me know. That and this symbol. Earthbender Torlok turns around and points to the sky. What could it mean? And with that, we actually can get an axe, which is a pretty good tanking axe back in the day. Or you can also get this fire resistance neck. I'll just go ahead and go with the... Ah, crap. Okay, so get rid of the obsidian war beads. We're not going to need those. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead and give me the axe. And there we go. So Gromtor's Charge is now a weapon that we can use. And somebody's already doing the quest again. And that actually leaves us at about 3 quests. 3 of them that we need left in Shadowmoon Valley. Let's go back to the Sanctum of the Stars to see if we can find the remaining quests. I'm afraid that it's going to be the Illidan story, or the Black Temple storyline. If so, that's going to be a problem. Mainly because I'm running out of time today, at least, because I can't really record any further today. I might have to do this as an extension. Let's see. Let's head back to Sanctum of the Stars, see if we have a brand new quest. Ooh, no. She was the one that had the ring, so I'm not really going to trust that. No. No, the researcher doesn't have anything. Okay, I'm going to do a quick magic cut while I fly over to Shadowmoon Village. Okay, we are back. Unfortunately, Shadowmoon Village didn't have any, but I do know that this guy will have quests for us, so Mordecai. Something is so kindness. Something has spooked them, has them spooked, Blood Elf. Mordecai points to the nether drakes flying overhead. They won't even come down to feed. I've seen several fall to the earth, dead from exhaustion before their bodies hit the ground. We must save them. The rocknail flayers that are found near the crystals are their natural prey. Kill flayers and take their carcasses. Place a carcass in the field and stand extremely still. As long as you do not make any aggressive motions, they will not attack you. Okay, so we need to do that. And that's not going to be hard, so let's see. Mature nether drakes. I'm trying to think, can I bring them down? If I can, I'm not sure how. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the next round of questing breaks, so go! Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Alright, so this is the final mature netherwing drake that we needed to feed. I actually took that wrong the first little bit and killed one. Oh, this quest could have been done a lot quicker. Let's go ahead and meet up with Mordecai. You are a kind and compassionate blood elf friend. So seek out Neltharaku. The patron soars high above Drakfu. Perhaps the kindness that you showed his children has moved his heart. Seek Neltharaku out and enlist his aid. Together you may be able to solve the plight of the netherwing drakes. Mordecai points to the sky. Fly high, friend. And actually, he is up here. We need to track him down, though. He just kind of circles the netherwing area. And this is actually to start up the netherwing daily hub, but it does still technically count as Shadowmoon quests. So we probably won't start it, but we at the very least will be able to finish up Shadowmoon Valley. And maybe what we'll do with the Seer Udalo quest is, I like that story for Black Temple. Maybe we'll keep that as part of going through Burning Crusade raiding, because eventually one of the quests will take us to a raid. And eventually into the Black Temple. So that might be an interesting thing to do as a nice little twist for that episode of Dungeons & Drakfus. Granted, we have to get there first. But maybe I'll keep the quest in the meantime as a nice little piece of awesome that you guys can have as a bonus. Because that was one of the cool parts about Burning Crusade that I will never complain about, is the raid quests and the story that was trying to be told, although broken in some cases and now retconned, is not bad. It's actually really good in how it tries to tell the story. So that's going to be something really cool to go through. Ah, crap. Neltharaku, where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Come on. Where are you? Oh. He just faded off into the distance. There he is. So here's Neltharaku. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Hi. My children have told me of your heroic deeds, Blood Elf. There is more that you can do. I have information that you may find useful. Please listen to what I have to tell you, Blood Elf. Speak with Neltharaku and listen to his story. I'm listening, dragon! In the eastern reaches of the Netherwing Fields lies Dragonmaw Fortress. It is there that the cruel Dragonmaw Orc clans tortures the drakes that they capture in an attempt to bend them to their will. Many have given up hope, choosing instead to do the bidding of Dragonmaw. The others, they refuse to land for fear of Dragonmaw war parties capturing them and taking them back to the fortress. Excuse me. All these orc voices really gets on you.
But you're dragons! How could orcs do this to you?
We are powerless. Illidan found and delivered unto the Dragonmaw their leader, Zuluhead. This orc was the one responsible for the capture and incarceration of Alexstrasza. How could we fight against such power? He captured an aspect, and just as easily, he took my mate.
Your mate?
Neltharaku nods. Karinaku. She is held prisoner atop Dragonmaw Fortress. I have made many attempts to free her. All have failed. You have battled these beasts before, have you not?
I have battled many beasts, dragon. I will help you.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn it in. So, will you help us? Why not? But we did get the achievement, Shadow of the Betrayer. Maybe we'll finish up this questline and that'll be it. I require time so that I may devise a plan to save my children and mate. You will buy me this time, mortal. Venture into Dragonmaw Fortress. Oh, this is infiltrating Dragonmaw Fortress. Located on the eastern edge of the Netherwing Fields, and lay waste to all Dragonmaw orcs that you find. The ensuing chaos and confusion should have a considerable impact on their plans. Be warned, some of my kin are far too gone, their minds corrupted by the Dragonmaw. For them, the only resolution is death. You have my permission to end their lives as well. Okay, so we need to slay 15 Dragonmaw orcs. We'll go ahead and take care of that. And how are we going to take care of that? Why, with a questing break!
Okay, Neltharaku, we have gotten your 15 orcs taken care of.
Well done, Drakfu. I have discovered a way in which we can free the enslaved drakes that are being held at Dragonmaw Fortress. So, to Netherwing Ledge. I believe that I can imbue Nethervine crystals with my own essence. The power contained within these imbued crystals should be sufficient to free enslaved drakes of their master's grasps. Travel to Netherwing Ledge, an island located off the broken shelf of Shadowmoon Valley, to the southeast. It is on Netherwing Ledge that you will find Nethervine crystals. Return to me when you have collected enough crystals to fill your packs. And Drakfu, beware the Dragonmaw that now inhabit the island. Okay, we might not be able to do this quest because I believe that actually starts up the whole Netherwing dailies. And I really don't want to start that up, especially if we have the Shadow of the Betrayer. So basically, the way that this quest ends, maybe I'll do an extended video on it. For those who haven't done it, is eventually you will free his mate, and you will confront Zuluhead the Whacked, and take him out. In fact, it's kind of weird. People have been asking for Zuluhead, or they asked for Zuluhead to show up in Warlords of Draenor, and I don't think he did. Mainly because the Dragonmaw just don't exist on Draenor. They were more of a thing that happened on Azeroth. But guys, we did it! That's it for the Burning Crusade storyline. Like I said, what I'm going to do with the Seer Udalo quest, we're just going to keep that for when we do the raids in Burning Crusade. Maybe even keep this until we do the Dungeons and Drakfus for Arcatraz, because that's where Udalo is. And then we'll just keep the quest line going along, and you guys can enjoy it, hopefully from beginning to end. If not, then I'll go ahead and link the... which one was it? Nobble's video for the story of Illidan Stormrage, which actually does take the full quest line and shows you every detail of it. But with that, we're done. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this quest to Outland, but when we get back, we're not done. On Wednesday, we begin our next quest out to the snows, or to the snowy hills and the chill of Northrend.